No.
There was a little bit cut out before then because the sound was muffled.
Yep.
I can't remember what the gag was now. It was a good gag. I'll tell you later. There's a script on the wall in behind. Script left on the wall. Now this cut is obviously incredibly well done.
Did you have stuff down your jumper to let the gag go out a bit there?
No. I put that on for the role. It's like De Niro. I gained weight for the role.
Very funny. Who are you?
Now, mainly the camera is on me and James Gibbs here because someone's acting wasn't up to scratch. I won't say who. It's pretty much out of sync, I think, this. The one's on Jade, anyway. In a minute, you might see one of my neighbours walking up the road. Who's at number 20.
Jade is a pretty.
Shut through tart, that's from Only Fools and Horses.
Doesn't have much of a brain.
Seamless cut again. Seamless. There she is, Denise. She's got a white shirt on and she's got a Sainsbury's orange bag. There she is, Denise.
At number 20.
Lives up my road.
Fantastic.
Yes. Legend. Cameo. It's brilliant. It's the best bit. James Gibbs there, who played DC Doyle. Duncan Doyle. This is proper name.
Here she comes. She's coming closer to the camera, James.
That was a proper gag there. Another one. I kept mucking that bit up, I remember that. It took ages to film. We filmed this on a very, 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 very hot sunny day.
Yeah, I walked past you that day. It was very, very
I think
hot.
it was the 7th.
In that suit.
Costume I wore in Ross.
And wasn't Jade meant to have a bit of a cleavage showing? But there was just none of that going on, was
there?
Not
really. Disappointing.
It was disappointing for you.
There, I did a bit of cleavage there. I waggled my feminine charms. I'm licking my lips a lot there because I got very dry lips at the time. Just what I mentioned.
You've just eaten a jam donut.
Yeah. I'm reading the lines again off another piece of paper. Crackle weasel. That's from the Fimbley line. This is a proper gag in it about England.
Here we go.
The stand around here waiting for a real deal to take place. The England game kicks off at 3. Yeah, it's the qualifiers.
Classic. Classic.
Qualifiers.
It's the qualifiers. In fact, it's not because England not in anything, so
you know.
it's a lie. Now this is where I get my paintball certificate out, which is a real paintball certificate that I own, and I put DI Chris Harris on it. I did win number 1. I was pretty good at paintball in real life. I was literally reading off the sheet and still got it wrong. See? Still got it wrong. You are a bloody fool. See? Reenact it now.
What will I get in return?
See, a facial reaction. There's a bit of physical comedy in this. 10 minutes in, Wheels. Slow to go yet.
Yeah.
There's a massive gap there.
Jade's acting isn't of the highest quality, is it? You know.
This is good.
I don't like coffee, and actually I prefer tea.
I've never heard that one before.
There's a bit of a gag there. Now this is good. I go, yeah.
Go, go, go!
And then just start running for no reason to the car. This is a child lock. Salt it, Ted. Classic line. We had to do that because
the camera
wouldn't get in.
Oh, I'm sorry, Naughty Doyle.
This is one of my favourite bits, but it was cut up by a little bit, and I'll show you in a minute.
Find who? I will hunt down that
Criminal swine. I've seen some vile and horrendous deeds in my time as a copper, but this has left me very sad and sickened. We had to cut to that because the next shot was up and it just didn't make any sense because it just moved, as you can see there. That was my actual lunch.
It's all over my trousers.
In the original script it was a Ginster's pasty, but we couldn't get one. Ginster's wouldn't supply the pasties. I went up, I said 200 or I'm not advertising you.
So
Ginster's.
Tunnocks took the endorsement for this.
Ginster's were meant to be supplying it. That's off. It weren't off, but I ate a lot. It melted by that time.
Probably because
This is my real. I got this real aftershave, miniature cheap aftershave. Here we go. This is a gag. This is a gag. Long gag. That's not in the script. I made that up.
to meet me round the back. I thought, brilliant. So,
Yes, just watching
on a
it
bit
now.
of the old magic fantasy. Went round the back to meet her.
What do you reckon's coming? What's coming?
She ended up spilling all over my best shirt.
Classic. Right, wait.
Really see it now, can
Can't really see it now. He's wearing he only wears one shirt. That's the gag. The eagle has landed.
Doyle, what the blimmin' hell are you going on about?
Jace is here.
Why didn't you say that?
I did, but in code.
Bloody idiot.
Now this duck here is a homage to the League of Gentlemen because they did this duck in the film. It's a little thing. It's a little nerdy thing that I like to put in. Also on the dashboard was Ashes to Ashes magazine. It's a TV Times actually. This scene we're not going to talk about. We're going to just talk about me during this time because the acting's not very good. Now this is all right. This is to explain the plot. Which do you know what the plot is? I don't.
That guy there is a drug dealer. This is his.
Just John Ireland who plays Jason
Grant.
Yeah.
Script editor knows it more.
Actual cake, you know.
Persian rugs, bit
Don't they
Persian.
collect a lot?
Jesus Christ, love. Persian rugs.
Drugs.
God, they're not
And then
very-
it cut back to our reaction on it, even though we filmed that about 5 days later.
Go, go, go!
Just a
Now
shame
I
about
just
the-
shouted go, go,
I
go,
think he's seen us.
and he's seen us, so we've gone down, down, down now. It's classic, it's classic. So that's why I explained them running away in a minute.
The hell's going on?
Oh, what, those
You can
guys?
tell this is filmed like 5 days.
You can tell that
Buzzers, run!
Brothers.
Roser, there's our car there. Now there's a boom mic at the end of this.
The car's on the top bloody floor.
There,
Far.
boom mic. Do you see it?
What should we do?
Dan Kevin that was, blame him.
Doyle, let's rock and
We had
roll.
about 20 takes of that because we had to do an outtake.
Stop, stop!
Couldn't
Now
get any better
this is what
actors.
scene I call
Low-life criminals
faulty towers with a
without
light.
big blue flashing lights.
It's in the boot.
Because
there,
it's
sir.
like when
I know,
Basil
I know.
Fawlty hits
But
the
I've got to
mini
have the
with the
light.
stick.
It'll make it seem real
But with
like
a light.
TV cop shows.
Go
Make
get
it seem real like the TV cop show. That's a gag, laugh. Jesus.
He's
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
this one's one of my favourite bits.
I love that cut. Nothing. It's filmed like a year later.
Work, he won't stretch.
So this is a real police light that I own. I don't know why I own one, but the stretch on it is the wire is about
Gotta go.
an inch long.
Come on. Yes, it's going.
So it really does go.
Come on. Okay.
So I was trying to stretch it on the roof because Harris wants to be a proper copper
Jesus,
and wants the light on to chase the scum. So that's the gag. So this goes on for
That
about
was one
5
of my
minutes.
favourite bits I remember.
Bit of physical comedy. Child lock come back there. Here we go, I'm stretching.
Okay, you go. You start the car. I'll go along.
On one take we did this, James actually started driving and I was stood outside, dragged along the car.
Hold it.